Hello, dear Goenkans. Today we will discuss chapter number 12, Ratio and Proportion. It's on page number 244 of your textbook. First, let us understand what is a ratio. For example, we have a wiper 48 inches long and a pencil 6 inches long. If we try to compare them by taking their difference is 42 inches. But taking the difference does not express the comparison. The viper's length is too long as compared to the pencil's length. Comparison will be better if we try to find out how many pencils can be placed one behind the other to match the length of the viper, right? So for this, we will divide 48 by 6. 48 is the length of the viper, 6 is the length of the pencil. That will give us how many pencils will cover the length of one viper, which is 8. That means 8 pencils, when placed one behind the other, will match the length of the viper. That means the viper is 8 times longer than the pencil. So we compare the two quantities in terms of how many times. This comparison is known as ratio. And we denote ratio by this symbol. Okay, it is read as 8 is to 1. All right, then let us do one more example. We have the cost of jeans as rupees 1500 and cost of belt as rupees 250. We have to find out the cost of jeans is how many times the cost of belt. Okay, we will divide the two. Okay, 1500 divided by 250. That gives us 6 by 1, and in terms of ratio, we write it as 6 is to 1. That is, the pair of jeans is 6 times more costly than the belt. Okay, so we compared the two quantities in terms of how many times. This is what is ratio. After this, we have proportion. So whenever two ratios are equal, that they are said to be in proportion. For example, let us try to understand it with an example. We have two orchards, orchard A and orchard B. There are 100 coconut trees and 200 mango trees in orchard A, and there are 500 coconut trees and 1000 mango trees in orchard B. Is the ratio of coconut trees to mango trees in both the orchards same? Right? If it is same, then they are said to be in proportion. For that, we will check first for orchard A. Coconut trees is to mango trees. It is given to us as 100 and 200. So in the form of ratio, we will write it as 100 is to 200. Then we will try to bring it to its simplest form by taking the HCF of both, which is 100. So 100 divided by 100 and 200 divided by 100. In its simplified form, we will be left with 1 by 2. In terms of ratio, it is 1 is to 2. Then after that, let us check for orchard B. We have coconut trees is to mango trees, 500 is to 1000. And when we simplify it, it is also equal to 1 by 2. In form of ratio, it is 1 is to 10. That means the two ratios are equal. Since both ratios are equal to 1 is to 2, the ratio of coconut trees to mango trees in both the orchards is the same, and the two ratios form a proportion. Then what is the general way of writing it? We write it as A is to B is as C is to D. This symbol is read as is as. A is to B is as C is to D. And in place of this symbol, we can put an equality sign as well. Right? Like this. A is to B is equal to C is to D, because the two ratios are equal when they are in proportion. Okay, and in proportion we have four terms, A, B, C, D, right? A and D are called the extreme terms, and B and C are called the middle terms. So this was about ratio and proportion. That's all for today. Thank you so much.